Hey guys, welcome to my personal list, my personal worst anime list of 2015. Now, these are all my opinions and no one else's. If you don't agree with any of these, please comment down below. Now, note there will be spoilers, but I will try to keep it to a minimum. Number 10, we have Anime de Wakaru Shinro Naika. The main reason why it's not higher on the list is due to educating viewers on different medical conditions in an easy and non-complicated way to understand. The reason why it's still on this list is down to the fact that it's a short anime and I feel it could have gone longer. Now at number 10 we have Chaos Dragon. Now it started off alright by showing who's going to be in the final battle, but in doing so it kind of made the main character comes across not really that interesting, or you just don't get a bond that you should, because you know they're going to die sometime during the series. Now the ending was just as bad and left it open-ended when it really shouldn't have been. At number 8 we have Yurikuma Arashi. Now, without trying to spoil it, it's set in a world where it's in an all-girls high school where two bears manage to infiltrate the school as humans. Now, there's a love triangle between, well, one of the bears likes the main female character, and the other girl, the other bear, likes the first bear, which how many times has a show had a love triangle similar to that? Now I had to force myself to watch from the third episode onwards, as scenes were just starting to repeat themselves. At number 7 we have Oroku no Yusha. Now the show had an interesting concept where there's meant to be 6 heroes, but when they all meet up, there's 7, with one of them being fake. Now, the pacing was a bit slow, and you kind of find out who the fake is halfway through the series if you're observant, but then they spend the rest of that time just trying to get that person killed, but right at the end, after they get rid of the fake, another person shows up and it's going to repeat itself all over again if there's a sequel. Now, number 6 is Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Season 2. Now, I enjoy the Idolmaster series as I have the PS3 and PSP games. Now I couldn't wait for each of the main series every week, but Cinderella Girls kind of different. First 13 episodes, which were merely leading up to the first major concert for everyone, ended well. Season 2, however, didn't keep me interested in waiting every single week. Pace was slower. Then the final 2 episodes weren't even released on time. Now, instead of doing that, they showed off Idolmaster specials, which granted one of them was a live concert done by the voice actresses, but even that did not keep me interested as it should have. Now, number 5, we have Anetori X. Now, going from one idol anime to another, I'll keep this short, much like the episodes themselves. It's basically the idol version of Ishone Training. Now, if you haven't watched that, I recommend not. It's weird enough as it is. Now, number 4, I've had to put it as 2 seasons instead of just 1. Miss Monochrome Season 2 and 3. Now, this show, I could hardly watch Seasons 2 and 3. To me, seemed like she was trying to do the same thing that all the Idol series have done over the years. Season 1, much more original as they tried to do different things in each ep while keeping the overall story going. Classroom Crisis is at number 3. Now, I've only watched 4 episodes, and before you all start commenting down below, I'm gonna guess that from those 4 episodes, it's basically a whole bunch of students in space doing space-like things and making sure that their spaceship is the best. Now, there's a few of these shows, and the only thing that kind of sets it apart from everything else is the fact that it does focus a little bit on the economics of it all. Now, this kind of bogged down the series, which, how do I say it? It would have been fun, but it's what caused me to stop watching a third of the way through. Gunslinger Stratos is at my number 2. Now, this is another series I didn't watch all of. It's based off a game of the same name, and there was another version of the series released 2014, which is somewhat better than this. Now, even though it's based off a game, I've not come across a series that lacked originality, storyline, or even character development from Ep 1. Now, they tried to get my interest in it. It failed. And finally, my worst anime of 2015. Dances with the Devils. Now, I might get some people commenting below saying they enjoyed it. That's good for them. Now, to me, I seriously doubt it was marketed towards me. Let's see. What did Dances with Devils do? Well, musicals, the trope where all the girls glare at the main female character just because she's walking around with one of the guys that they like. And I seriously hope that the creators did not get their idea of vampires from the Twilight series. As I said earlier, the series was probably not meant for me, but the title made it seem like it was, in a way. Well, live and learn. Now, that was my top 10 worst anime of 2015. Now, stay up to date by subscribing and commenting on my videos. The next one to give a bit of a heads up, will be, if I schedule it right, it shall be what I'm anticipating for the next season. Now, please look forward to that.